Hi, my name is Mary Ellen Collins, and what I want to do is talk to you today about memorials. Now, I realize we're a ways away from Memorial Day, but memorials really is a way of honoring those we love. Who do I honor? My mother, my grandmother, my mother-in-law, and there's a special woman who gave me the gift of courage when I was fearful. What about you? Who do you honor? As I said, my name is Mary Ellen Collins. I'm the founder of the Motherless Daughters Ministry, and I appreciate so much you spending your precious time with me. Each week, you're going to receive different messages and words, and today we're going to talk about memorials. So, if you're aware of other motherless daughters who create memorial in honor of their mothers or women who've made a difference, let them know about this. Want to hear from you. So, as I talk to you about memorials, what I really want to stop and say, we really think of memorials. It's a way of honoring. It's a way of honoring those who we love. And it may be our mother. It may be a special woman in our life because our mother was absent or narcissistic, and there was somebody else who took us under their wings and loved us and cared for us. So as I talk, please know I'm going to be talking and using that description of a deceased mother, but there's I want to make it inclusive. So it's inclusive for anyone who has lost a mother who's special, or it may be that special woman who's made a difference in their life. The What I want to make sure and tell you about too, that I'm going to tell you a story of a woman who gave me courage when I didn't have any. So my first profession was nursing school. And back then there was 3-year schools of nursing. Now I was 15 when my mother died. And so I'm like 18, 19 years old. And I wasn't sure that I was going to make it. And Barbara Hefner, I still remember her. She's one of the instructors I had. And this woman set me down and poured into me the courage that I needed to continue. She told me I could do this and that she believed in me. She will always have a special place in my life. But memorials hold a real deep significance and they really serve a lot of purposes for us. I remember when I was a kid, every Memorial Day, placing flowers, going to the cemetery, placing flowers on deceased members' families. I was young, so I thought it was just boring. However, as I got older, I soon learned the value of this ritual. My mother and her sisters had been doing this for a very long time. And I wonder what happened to that tradition. I don't hear of anyone doing that today. But it's really important to maintain some type of tradition. So when we look at memorials, I think about it in different ways. What's the importance of a memorial? So the first thing is it's honoring legacy. It's a way to really honor who that woman was and the impact that she had on her family and others. And it ensures the memory is there forever, preserved for future generations. And it's a space for grieving. There is no one at a cemetery that would say to you what you often get, aren't you over that yet? When you're crying. I can remember, this is going to bring tears to my eyes, so you'll just have to bear with me right now. I remember going to the Vietnam Memorial Wall and seeing the names of boys who I'd went to grade school and high school with. I touched each name. I cried tears for their loss. And in fact, one of the men that I went to school with, as an annual memorial to his best friend who died in the Vietnam War. He never fails his best friend. So memorials create a space for us to grieve, and it makes it okay for us to grieve. All of that is crucial for our emotional healing. Memorials are a symbol of love. Just the act of creating a memorial is an expression of love and respect. It symbolizes a connection between the living and the deceased. It also shows that that person's memory continues to live on in the hearts of those that were left behind. There's values to a memorial. One of the things I mentioned was emotional healing. So memorials provide a tangible way for us to grieve. Visiting a memorial, writing a letter, or simply spending time in a place dedicated to your mother's memory can bring comfort and help with that healing process. And it's sometimes a point, memorials are sometimes a focal point for family gatherings. There was a woman who shared with me that what they did as a family every year was to have a memorial and have a memorial service for her deceased mother, but they used it as a way of telling stories and creating that legacy and those stories of her deceased mother. So her children would know her grandmother. They also help to maintain a connection to history. Oh, in the past, we always visited grave sites. That's where I said I don't know where it went to. I don't know that it is a tradition that is as strong as it was when I was younger. But did you know that before it was Memorial Day, it was called Declaration Day? And it really was happened at the end. And this is when Decoration Day was when people would go out and clean and decorate the graves of their loved ones. And this happened, right after the Civil War. And it later evolved into Memorial Day. So, some of the things that we want to make sure and talk about is the idea in some way, a memorial to either your deceased mother or women or a woman who's made a difference in your life is a deeply meaningful way to honor her life, to process your grief, and maintain connections to the past and the present. Whether you do this through personal reflections, family traditions, or observances, there's always a way. Now you have another way. On the Motherless Daughters Ministry website, we have created a memorial wall where you can go and leave your memory of your mother. You can create that lasting tribute. So go to the Motherless Daughters Ministry website, motherlessdaughtersministry.com, and go to the memorial wall. See where you can place your memory. Thank you for spending your time with me. And until next time, thank you. Bye.